Hi. So this is part 2 of the last video I posted. In the last video, I talked about the common misconceptions I've seen in manifestation. So if you haven't watched that video, please check it out, but you don't have to see it before this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about daily practices and things that you can do to ensure more success in your manifestations. I hope you stick around and enjoy, and I'll stop talking and get into the video. One last thing. In this video, my computer shuts down and stops recording my microphone, so the audio is gonna change a bit in this video in like the middle, but it comes back after like 5 minutes, so no need to worry about that. I realize it at one point and I stop it, and also my camera dies at the same time, so it's a lot, but just so you know, the audio is going to change out of nowhere. It's because my mic died and my computer died. Yeah. And so now, I want to tell you some daily practices you can do to help you just manifest every day. It's sort of like consciously manifesting unconsciously, so you just get ahead of your daily thoughts and activities in order to manifest a better day, better outcomes, better luck, all those things. And you do not have to do them every day. I know it's hard. I don't do them every day. Sometimes I have days where I don't even want to do anything. So that's okay. It still is fine. Your day is not going to go terribly if you don't do it. You don't have to worry about that. Once you get into like a routine, you don't have to do it every day. It'll just happen. The first tip for a daily practice is to do affirmations right when you wake up and before you go to bed. This has to be pretty much one of my favorite daily practices to do because it's so easy, and you don't have to do a huge list of affirmations. You can do like 1 or 2 affirmations. You can also put like a paper next to your bed or have a note in your phone that will help you remember to do them and that you don't have to memorize them. Although you can memorize them eventually. Once you start doing them every few days, you just sort of memorize them anyway. But doing it right before bed or right when you wake up is important because the last thing you think about when you fall asleep or the first thing you think about in the morning is pretty important. When you dream, there's like states of the brain waves. I don't know the exact terminology because I'm not a scientist, but apparently when you're in that certain state right before bed, it allows those thoughts to go into your subconscious easier than during the day. Also in the morning too, because you're just coming out of sleep, so you're in that state also. That's something. It could be as simple as today I'm gonna have a great day, or I am living my best life, or today's gonna be a productive day. It's sort of like setting an intention for your day or for your night. And also, you can do affirmations whenever you think about what you're trying to manifest, although it shouldn't use that terminology trying to manifest, because to quote Yoda, there is no try, you know? So with manifesting, you shouldn't be trying to manifest. You're manifesting and it's happening. So when you affirm, whenever you think about what you want, you're sort of flipping your thoughts to think, I have it. Instead of I want it, I have it. Once you get into the habit of doing that multiple times, you'll trick your mind into thinking you already have it. Because when you do something over and over, your brain puts it into a deeper part of your brain so that you can do it more subconsciously. By doing it over and over every time you think about it, your brain will get more used to, oh, I have it. I have it. And then you can manifest it. If you can visualize when you can. You can put like a certain time in your day to visualize. I usually do it if I visualize, because I don't do it often. I do it usually like before bed. So I have this peaceful time where I know I won't be interrupted or distracted. The fourth daily practice is listening to music that makes you feel good about what you want. So there's a lot of really good manifestation playlists on places like Spotify, or I guess YouTube may have them too, but I see them often on Spotify. They are so good because the songs are very like upbeat, like I'm getting it, I'm succeeding. It gets you in that mood of like, yes. A lot of people dance and sing along to them too to make them happier, and that's a great idea if you believe in like the law of attraction and like energy. It just helps your energy flow differently, if that makes sense. I don't know. So like if you're in a stuck, stagnant, or low energy, doing that will help it move around and make you happier sometimes. You can also use methods like scripting, but like not a super long-winded script. You don't have to do that. You can just use your journal, which I journal almost every day. So if you're the kind of person that journals, you can use that time to script for your manifestation. So basically, you'll just sit down with your journal. Maybe you'll have a specific journal for scripting, and you just write as though you have the thing you want. It could either be the day you got it, or you can be like, oh, 5 days ago, remember when I got this? And then you continue the script. It just helps you get into that mindset of already having the thing you want. You can meditate as well. I meditate every day before bed, or I try to. I don't often. Sometimes there are days that I don't, and it's fine. But I feel like meditation is very important just to help you be able to regulate your emotions better and just to calm down, stay in that present state. It really helps with anxiety. There's also a method called the alter ego method, where you can pretend that you are the highest version of yourself. So you could either pretend, like act as if like acting you're someone else, like you're the highest version of yourself, or you can just do things like, what would the highest version of myself do? What would the person I want to be do in this moment? And I think that's a really good method to just get into a better life, boost your confidence, and just become the person you want to be. Because by faking it until you make it, basically, one day you're just gonna be able to do it without even thinking about it. And finally, I want to talk about how you can make your manifestations more successful. Okay. So, my camera died, and so did my microphone. So, I am sorry if the last clip is probably gonna have bad audio for a little bit. I don't know how long it was off, but now I have to get back into the video. So I think I was at the point of, what can you do to make your manifestations more successful? So I have a few tips about this because it can be a little hard when you feel like you just keep failing over and over again and you don't know how to fix it. First, like I said before, to quote Yoda, there is no try. Don't approach manifestation like trying to manifest. I am trying to manifest this. If you're doing that, you're sort of keeping yourself from the point of already having what you want, which is where you want to be. The only thing that's necessary in order to manifest is to put yourself in the place of already having what you want. So if you're saying that you're trying all the time, like I'm trying to manifest, I'm trying to do this, I'm gonna try to do this, that's keeping you away from already having it. It's keeping you in the wanting, the trying, the doubting. So whenever you catch yourself saying that or just feeling like you are trying to manifest something, remind yourself that you have it already, and all you have to do is believe that either it's already coming or that it's already yours. Number 2, believe fully in your words. So that means when you are affirming or saying that you already have something or that you are manifesting something, believe that to be true. Because a lot of failures come from failure to believe that it's actually happening, it's actually coming, that you already have it. It's belief. That's the core thing behind every manifestation, is believing that you already have it and that you can have it and that you're worthy of having it. So try to stay in that state. To do that, you just have to practice believing in either yourself or the universe or whatever you believe in, believe that that is going to bring your manifestation without you even trying. My favorite thing to do is manifest little things or easy things that are easy for me to not even doubt about. So something like a pencil, food I want, or a journal, a book just coming to me in ways that I don't do myself. So like someone will gift it to you, or you'll find it somewhere, or you'll just get it free for some reason. There are a lot of ways that it could come. That brings me to my next point. Don't worry about how it's coming. That is going to keep you from believing that you already have it. If you're worrying about how it's going to come, how you're going to get it, how you're going to get all that money to buy it or whatever, how you're going to be able to afford the rent in your dream house, don't think about that. That just causes more anxiety, more doubts. You're worrying more. You're just worrying yourself about things that you don't need to have control over. Especially if you're manifesting, it's going to come to you in the way that's best for you. Next, this is sort of like a method, but it works with other methods. So I like to treat my manifestation like an Amazon package, like an Amazon order. You pretend that by saying you have something, or either doing a method like scripting and affirming, or just saying that you have what you want to manifest, that you are basically putting in an Amazon order into the world or the universe or whatever, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Because think about it, when you place an order online on Amazon or whatever, you know it's coming. You have the order confirmation. It's all good. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Some of us, yes, we check every day where it is because we're impatient, and that's okay. That doesn't keep your package from coming. But if you know that it's already coming, you don't have to worry about it. I've heard about that method from a lot of people, but they always keep it like simple like that, like order an Amazon package, you know it's coming, that's it. But I also think about it like, if the package gets lost in the mail, or if something you don't want comes, or if it breaks in the process, you still have the option to get a refund or get it again or get something else. You have the choice to give up on the package. It's not completely out of your hands. You're always able to order it again with that refund, with that reimbursement. So there's technically no failure when you think about manifestation like that. Even if it feels like you failed, you'll always have another chance to get it again. That's another way that manifestation can be very similar to ordering an Amazon package. Either way, it's by your own choice, your own agency. You don't have to feel like the universe is punishing you. You always have the choice to continue to manifest whatever you want. There's a lot of people in the, especially law of attraction community, that say if it doesn't happen, then it's not meant to be. But I don't believe in that. If you want it, then it's meant for you. And even if it seems like it's harder to manifest, it's because of another reason. It's not because it's not meant for you. You can have anything you want. Anything can be meant for you if you just put your mind to it, literally. Like if you just manifest it. That's also another thing that gets in the way of people, that they think that if something isn't happening, it means they can't do it, or it's too hard, or it's not meant to be. But that's not true. You just have to find another way to do it. Realize what you're doing wrong. Some people even treat manifestation like a scientific method. So they record everything they do, and if it doesn't work in the end, all you have to do is review what you did and try something else. And then eventually you'll find something that works for you. In addition to not worrying about the how, you also shouldn't worry about timing, and try not to spiral in doubt. With manifestation comes doubt and worry and impatience. It happens to most of us. As you practice, obviously it'll get better because you'll be more confident in your abilities, but it's very important that you don't let it control you, because timing, it's all dependent on your own limiting beliefs and beliefs about manifestation and all that. It could literally come in 2 seconds if you don't have any limiting beliefs on your manifestation. Like, think about sometimes that you think about something and a few minutes later you see it in your anywhere. Like if you're talking about a certain movie and then you turn on the TV and it's on TV. That's how quick manifestation can be if you will just allow it to. you're thinking about Shrek and then suddenly it's on TV. So you should never worry about the timing because it'll happen no matter what. If you just stick to the manifestation and you keep working towards it and you just continue to stay hopeful that it'll happen, it'll eventually happen. No matter how long it takes, it'll happen. And I know for a lot of people that's not very reassuring, but to me it is, because that means it's not never. It's not like it'll never happen. It'll just happen eventually when I have finally figured it out what's holding it back. And a lot of people tend to spiral when it comes to doubt or worrying about like failing, but it shouldn't work that way because you're always able to try again. You always have enough time. You'll always be able to try again, even if it doesn't work the way you want it to in the first place. There are times where I feel like maybe manifestation isn't real. You start to spiral, but it always comes back. I always get my faith back. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's the human mind. There are some times where you feel more negative than other times. There are some days where you feel better than others. It just happens, and you should find a way that you can combat the worry and the spiraling. So when you feel yourself spiraling out of doubt or worry or impatience or fear that it's not going to work or that manifestation isn't even real, take a step back. Sometimes I like to just take a break off of manifestation. Like, not like, because you can't really take a break out of manifestation, you're always doing it every single day, but like consciously manifesting, like scripting or affirming, visualizing, spells, all of that. All of the stuff that helps you manifest. Just take a step back, allow yourself to take time to yourself, do things that make you happy, and you'll be able to come back later with a fresher mind that isn't so worried or in fear, and you'll be able to get back to it, because there's no failure in manifestation. You always have a second chance. There is no never. There is nothing that is impossible when it comes to manifestation. So just think of that. I also recommend, and I know a lot of people don't like this, in especially the law of assumption community, but I think I am more of like a mix between law of assumption and law of attraction. So I always recommend shadow work, which is confronting past things in your life, confronting emotions, confronting toxic patterns, fears, worries, doubts. It's just a way for you to really be self-aware, and it helps you manifest more because you're able to get past those limiting beliefs that you have around things like money, love, whatever it is. I mean, friendship, just material things, success, recognition, beauty. That's also something you can manifest, physical changes. But yeah, it allows you to forgive yourself for your past mistakes and just be conscious enough to do better in the future. So shadow work is great for both manifestation and just everyday life. I feel like a lot of people tend to see shadow work wrong. They see it as like getting rid of your negative qualities rather than understanding, forgiving, and integrating them into yourself. That's why it's called shadow work, because you're integrating your shadow self into your, I guess, higher self or present self, and not avoiding being fearful or pushing down what you would see as negative emotions, because there's no such thing as negative emotions. Everything is normal and natural and neutral, basically, in the universe. There's no good or bad emotion. Everything serves a purpose and everything is important, especially to feel constructively. You shouldn't obviously just go on an outburst whenever you're angry and just like punch people and ruin everything. You should do it constructively. You should feel within yourself, like in your body, your emotion, and allow it to pass. And when you're able to allow it to pass, you can then analyze it. Like, why did this come up? Why did this trigger me? What can I do to make sure that this doesn't happen in the future? How can I honor my feelings rather than push them away? And my last point is just to allow yourself to be human, but also keep faith in your power or the power of the universe or whatever you believe in. In my belief, the law of assumption, it's myself or like your higher self, sort of like in spirituality. And sometimes it's harder to have faith in yourself or your higher self or the universe because when you're human, everything seems like you have to do it yourself. You can trust yourself, trust the universe to manifest everything you want into your life and make your life better. So, to wrap this all up, in order to manifest anything you want effectively, it's important to remember that you are human. Yes, you do have access to universal creative power at your fingertips because of the universe or your higher self or just your connection to source, anything you believe in, but you are still living a human experience in a human body. So be kind to yourself. You don't need to beat yourself up for thinking negative thoughts or doubting or being impatient or angry or anything like that. It's a normal human thing to experience, especially when thinking about your current life versus the life that you really want for yourself. It is valid to feel these feelings, but there's also a way to take your power back. You have the power to regulate yourself, be kind to yourself, to constantly look inward and be able to understand why these feelings come up, how to better calm yourself so you don't have to worry about outbursts so often. It's very important to feel your feelings so that they don't get buried in your mind and come up as something worse in the future because of some sort of trigger or a person that brings up these emotions again. So you can feel your emotions, you can feel doubtful and angry and worried and fearful, but allow yourself to feel them. Allow them to pass because all feelings are temporary. Even the positive ones are temporary. Everything passes. It will not bring your vibration down or manifest bad things in your life if you feel your emotions. So remember to breathe, remember to take care of yourself, and remember to believe in yourself. So yeah, those are all the things I wanted to talk about in this video about manifestation. Thank you so much for watching, and if you still haven't seen part 1 of this video, I will link it down below and also in one of, I think here, a card that you can click on and you can watch it as well. I hope I hit all your points that you wanted me to talk about. If you still have a question, please leave it down below and I will answer it in a new video. But yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.